Some people think it is okay to just kill babies. Why? I couldn't tell you. Taking a life from someone in any circumstance is not okay and should not be allowed. There should be no argument about whether or not aborting a baby is okay. Think about your kids. If you would have had an abortion, they would not be here right now. Abortion is a topic people have become way too comfortable with. Abortion should be illegal. The question, should I have an abortion or not, should never cross anyone's mind. In the United States, in 2009, 1.21 million abortions took place. In 2010, 1.13 million. And in 2011, 1.06 million. When you first see those numbers, you probably think, wow, that's a lot of abortions. But then you probably think, well, at least the numbers are decreasing. And you're right, that is a lot of abortions, and the numbers are decreasing. But even if the numbers are decreasing, the number of abortions per year is still 1.2 million. Are you going to tell me taking 1.21 million lives a year is okay? If 1.2 million sounds like a lot, how about 54,559,615? That's how many abortions have taken place since 1973. The list for causes of abortion goes on for forever. The number one is birth control failure. Girls take birth control, think they can have sex without a condom as many times as they want without getting pregnant. That's obviously not the case. The second cause is the inability to support or care for the child. If you don't have your own place to live or money to support the child, there are things our government can do to help. The third reason is to end an unwanted pregnancy. The fourth reason is to prevent having a child with birth defects or serious medical problems. And the last reason I'm going to discuss is rape or incest. You expect rape because there's nothing you can do about that unless you're stronger than the rapist. But incest, you do not. The effects for abortion aren't as unexpected as some of the causes. The top 5 effects are cramps or pains, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and spotting or bleeding. The more serious effects are heavier persistent bleeding, infection or sepsis, damaging to the cervix, scarring of the uterine lining, perforation of the uterus, damage to other organs, and even death. Those are all the physical effects. Of course, there are also emotional ones too. The top 2 emotional effects are emotional deadening and an increase in anger or rage. There are many things you can do in place of having an abortion. The most obvious one is don't have an unplanned pregnancy, meaning if you don't have the desire to have a kid and you're not married, don't have sex. Another option is to have the baby and then put it up for adoption. Adoption is the second best option behind raising the baby yourself. The only time adoption becomes the first best option is if you have no money and you're going to raise the kid in a bad environment. The third reason, which I don't necessarily recommend, is have sex but use protection. If you get pregnant, take responsibility for your actions, have the baby, and either raise the child or put it up for adoption. Abortion should never be an option. To stop abortion, you can volunteer at abortion crisis centers. You can help the mothers emotionally and be there for them through the entire pregnancy. Let them know adoption is an option and not abortion. Convince them to have the baby and wait until they are for sure to either keep the baby or give it up for adoption. Aborting children happens way too often. The stats show that obviously. Killing a baby is equivalent to murdering a baby. A baby is still a person. By having an abortion, you are taking away its chance to live. You're taking away its chance to breathe. For some people, it's physically impossible to have babies. Why is it we have people in this world who are willing to kill their baby when others would die for the opportunity to get pregnant and have one?